Today, I'm gonna show you the single deadliest action in NBA 2K16. It only takes 2 buttons, and it might be the most efficient way to score all year long. I call it the flush action. Check it out here. It's a fake pick and roll that actually leads to a cut to the basket, and oh yeah, trust me, this is absolutely deadly. Oh hi, by the way, my name is Sam Pham. If this is the first time you're seeing me, you should subscribe right now for over 100 2K16 tutorials. I guarantee I can help you win. My family down there in the comment section will let you know about it. And family, yes, this is what I call the flush. It is essentially a pick and roll counter, and it is going to take the offense I have shown you to an entire new level. Like, out of here, man. This one is awesome. So without further delay, let's get right into it. Let's go. Before we get into the flush action, we're actually going to do a quick family recap of the offense I've already taught you. Now, one of the family members, Noxrain, he made a great comment. The offense I've shown you works great, but if you can't hit the pick, it's pretty much over. So these two clips, you can see this is our offense in action. We get the double dragon, the 4-1 spacing. If we hit the pick, we're money. But if we don't hit the pick, we will be in trouble. So this is what the flush action is for, alright? Because it is essentially a pick and roll attack counter. So you can take a look at it once in real time. It looks like a pick and roll, but it's not. I'm going to dump the ball to Josh Smith and then hold triangle to lead Stevenson back in the paint. Look at it one time in slow-mo. I'm doing this between Blake and Chris Paul. It looks like a pick and roll, but I'm actually going to pass it to the screen setter, and I'm going to hold on the triangle, and if Chris Paul is open, I'm going to give it to him. This is our flush action. And it looks simple, but it can get really, really deadly within a game. Remember, we already have a deadly pick and roll offense in the bag, so with this intact, nasty. Here's Chris Paul and Blake Griffin again. Give it to Blake, give it to Chris Paul. Bangity, bang, bang, bang. And the best part about this flush action is that it is so quick by nature. You can run it twice in one possession. Here, Rubio does the initial flush, nothing. We're going to have Pekovic swing it to Kevin Martin, and we're going to run another flush action. This time, we actually get the lane because it's Jamal Crawford, terrible defender, finish. This is absolutely deadly if you run it in 4-1 spacing and call it quick isolation before you run the pick and roll. And the most legendary thing about this flush action is that it is even better online than offline. So you can see me do it in an RTTP game here. We've got Chandler Parsons and Marc Gasol. Yes, the flush action also works the best if you do it with a taller wing player. So this is great. This year, it's pretty hard to get your wing scores, some easy points. Like, Danny Green is not that great driving to the hoop. But if you use the flush action here, you can actually get Danny Green some pretty easy points if the other guy is not prepared. You can see it here again. We're going to run it with Iggy, who is more suitable for this because he can run a pick and roll or he can fake the flush. This guy doesn't know what to do. We got to go Iggy one more time. Once again with the flush action between Gobert. It looks like a pick and roll, but it isn't. We're killing him, family. And at the end of the day, this is really deadly because now you can see it this time. I'll be running the flush with Marc Gasol and Parsons. There's nothing here, so I'm just going to rotate the ball around and I'm going to run a pick and roll, sneak it back in with Marc Gasol. See, the guy doesn't know. He doesn't know if I'm going to run a pick and roll or if I'm going to run a flush. So this is really, really stressful for a human defender. Here it is again. We're running the flush. Nothing initially. In the drive, we're going to swing it back around. The defense always shifts because the flush is going to the paint. We get Marc Gasol an easy post up. I'm going to abuse him with the spin move. Bang! And yes, because of all this flush action, he's going to not realize it when I actually run a pick and roll. So this time I'm running a real pick and roll. He's not prepared. Easy points. So this flush action completely unleashes the offense that I've already shown you. So at the end of the day, when you run a pick and roll, he doesn't know what's going on. We can work the ball around and flow through our offense, use the motion, use the spacing, triple, bang, 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 bang. Flush action is absolutely deadly, family. So this is the last clip of the day. You can see Danny Green running the flush with Marc Gasol. Yep, game over. So this brings us to the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy this flush action because it is completely away from the pick and roll stuff. You don't need a pick and roll to score now anymore because of this. And I will actually have money plays and also other sets that adds into this flush action over time. So make sure you check out my second money play tutorial tomorrow. That one is based off of this flush action. So the first one, remember, was a double dragon, which is based off of pick and roll action. And the second one I'm going to show you tomorrow is based off a pick and roll counter that isn't a pick and roll, but it looks like it. So it's gonna get pretty nasty, family. I swear, with this, I've already improved by maybe like 3 times just because of this. Because now you can't guard my pick and roll. If you guard it, I'll just flush you. And if you think I'm doing the flush, I'll pick and roll you. What do you do? What do you do? Just family, don't do it to me. If you run into me online, don't do it to me. It's too much. As always, thanks for coming by. And I will see you tomorrow with a money play with the flush action.